The most thrilling, spine-tingling series ever.
From the pages of R.L. Stine's best-selling books,
And the screams go on forever and ever.
We now return to Goosebumps.
Greetings, Goosebumps fans, young and old, big and small, living, dead, and undead. Welcome back to the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. As always, I am your host, Isaiah Vargas. I'm joined by my good buddy, Nick Shaw. We are the Goosebumps Crew, and we're back to, as always, talk some Goosebumps. If this is your first time joining us here on the Goosebumps Crew, once sincerely, we welcome you all. If you are or have ever been a fan of the popular Goosebumps series of books, or the monster franchise those books spawned, I have a feeling this podcast is going to be right up your alley, because as I always say, me, Bjorn, and Nick are some of the biggest Goosebumps nerds in the entire world. We could talk about Goosebumps for hours on end, and that's exactly what we do here on this podcast. Every week we got a brand new episode talking about everything Goosebumps, whether it be the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merchandise, whatever it is. It has Goosebumps in the name. We're going to talk about it so much that we're going to give you at home Goosebumps. That's how much we're going to talk about it. So, with all that said, if you end up liking today's episode, make sure you leave a like and comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so whenever new episodes go up on Wednesdays at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, you can get yourself a nice little notification to go watch it right away. But if you're just dying to get those episodes early, don't you worry, because they go up a day early over on our audio platforms, the audio-only versions of episodes. You can find those a day early over on platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast. And of course, you can follow the Goosebumps Crew over on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, just to name a few. You could also follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps, Aussie Fan, and Sean, respectively, on their social medias and their YouTubes. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. Join the Goosebumps Crew today. Become a crew member. We thank you in advance for your support. We're also joined today by our very good friend, Mr. Jude Deluca, resident Goosebumps extraordinaire, as I like to say. I mean, as I always say, when it comes to finding out, like, super, like, I don't want to say niche things, but like solving the mysteries of Goosebumps, Jude is usually the one to do the sleuthing and find out the very hard answers to these questions, as well as being an up-and-coming horror artist, author, so to say. So we're very glad to have you back, Jude. Thank you for joining us again.
Pish tosh.
Oh, I'm going to talk you up all day. But we're very glad that you can join us. And for those of you who are frequent listeners, if you remember about a year ago, we did an episode doing a look back on Goosebumps commercials. Now, for those of you who are familiar with my contributions to the world of Goosebumps on YouTube, for the past 7 years now, if you can imagine, I have been on a hunt to find every single Goosebumps commercial, promo, advertisement that has ever existed and upload it to YouTube for archival purposes. Right now, at count, I've found at least 7 hours worth of Goosebumps promo material, which is insane, and just goes to show how big of a franchise this is, because a lot of that is also purely 90s stuff. So about a year ago, we did an episode where we looked about 30 different commercials ranging from food items, toy products, all sorts of things. And today we're going to delve back into that world of Goosebumps promo material. We got a whole list of commercials that we're going to be checking out, giving our thoughts on. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. All right, so here we are. Like I said, I got a whole list of Goosebumps commercials and promos that we're going to check out. So let's start off with these promos for the Goosebumps 90s show that had a little bit of familiarity with another popular Fox show at the time.
Starting Saturday, watch Goosebumps and uncover strange secrets.
This ancient clock and this small shoe were found at the same crime scene.
This can only mean one thing. The mummy and the dummy have joined forces.
Experience the Summer Blast Scare as Goosebumps moves to Saturday on Fox Kids. Enter the world of Goosebumps on Fox Kids and search for fascinating phenomena.
I'm receiving reports of amazing creatures appearing all over the city.
These monsters may be people that have been transformed.
This has got to be Goosebumps.
Explore
Harry Larry!
Harry Larry! Fox Kids. Enter the world of Goosebumps on Fox Kids and investigate amazing mysteries.
How can we discover who this weird mask belongs to?
Can I borrow some lunch money?
By finding this strange scientist.
Explore a gripping Goosebumps adventure every Friday afternoon on Fox Kids.
So that's just a sample of those commercials, but there were many of those made, sort of the X-Files sort of aesthetic that was very popular, of course, of the Fox show. And they did a whole bunch of these commercials with these two kids with a little supernatural agency. I love these. I love these commercials so much.
Sure, that wasn't more "Don't Go to Sleep" agents. I mean,
they looked like them.
Let's not talk about the reality police.
You're gonna just start hearing, "Truth is stranger than fiction. That's reality. Nothing so strange." I just remember the JonTron, like, who is speaking right now? But these ones are pretty funny. One thing I like, well, number one, wow, they managed to predict the dummy meets the mummy, like, yeah. 25 years later. Cool.
Maybe Stine just saw this commercial and was like, you know what?
That's a good idea. I love the way that they move too, because it's like, this can only mean one thing. It's like robotic. And also the Harry Larry, that's funny.
Transform into Harry Larry.
May have been people that have transformed. This has gotta be Goosebumps.
If only they had the cigarette smoking man make a guest appearance, that would have really clinched the whole X-Files vibe.
That would have been nice. Just go all for it.
You know, this was the 90s. Maybe one of the kids just could have had some of those candy cigarettes instead and showed up.
Yeah. Maybe they could have given him vapes. I don't know. And kids are all about those,
this
right?
was before vapes. Vapes weren't around at the time.
Time travel.
Can't go wrong with crank.
But this was just a sample of the sort of promos that Fox used to do for Goosebumps. Because it was so fun how they would promote this show. Like this was sort of like the thing for a while. Whenever they would have a new episode, it would sort of be like through the lens of this X-Files thing. But it's just, TV used to be fun. That's the point of it all. TV used to be about having fun. So
used to be.
Yeah. Ever be again.
Welcome to the wildest Halloween party of the year! The Doritos Fox Halloween Horror Night from Universal Studios, Florida! Look for these displays wherever you buy Doritos!
There's that sign that Bjorn has saying we missed this.
Awards!
Exactly.
Jiminy Amber Season and Jennifer Love Hewitt! Stay tuned!
So,
is Curly okay? I feel like maybe we should call his parents.
He's got like some sort of infection going on or something like that. I didn't know that's what he sounded like either.
Maybe he was just really excited about getting to meet Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
I would be too.
This was basically, there's a lot of things going on in this commercial. So this was basically the start to Fox's Halloween sort of event for 1996. So they had a whole night of premieres that were going on. And one of them, surprisingly, was Goosebumps for the Haunted Mask 2. And, but they also advertised the Doritos promotion that was going on at the time where you could get the mini books for the Goosebumps Haunted Library. So it was like two different Goosebumps things in one commercial, which was interesting.
God, I can't believe I don't have any memory of this stuff happening when I was a kid. But then again, this was like 1996. I would have been 5 years old at the time.
I just love what like Goosebumps was considered like part of the prime because prime time's always like that's what it is. It's prime time TV. That's when people are watching TV. And that Goosebumps was so comfortably fit into Fox's like right before the Clio Awards. You could watch Goosebumps. I don't know.
Is that the Miss Clio Awards?
And I found out that the background music actually is an Oingo Boingo song, which I didn't find out until probably like a year ago. But you learn something new every day.
I'm R.L. Stine. I'll be testing your knowledge of Goosebumps trivia throughout tonight's episode. Let's get to the first question. What was the first Goosebumps TV episode? I'll be back with the answer and more of The Haunted Mask Part 2 in a moment. What was the name of the first Goosebumps TV episode? The Haunted Mask. Now, stay tuned for more Goosebumps.
Oh, and I guess Legend of the Lost Legend.
Another Goosebumps trivia question. How many Goosebumps books have been written? The answer in a moment.
800.
Goosebumps books
37. A million.
So far, I've written 53. Now, stay tuned for more
Chicken was out.
It depends on.
I'm R.L. Stine with another Goosebumps trivia question. What do you do when Slappy chases you? I'll have the answer in a moment.
Kick him.
What do you do when Slappy chases you? Threaten to break out the matches. Now stay tuned for more Goosebumps. I'm R.L. Stine with another Goosebumps trivia question. Where did the egg monsters from Mars come from? The answer in a moment. Where did the egg monsters from Mars come from? Mars. Now stay tuned for more of The Haunted Mask.
Uranus.
I'm R.L. Stine with another Goosebumps trivia question. What time does the Carnival of Terrors close? The answer in a moment. What time does the Carnival of Terrors close? Midnight, of course. Stay tuned for more Goosebumps.
Ah, damn it, Stine, you're stumping me.
So
I love how he has the exact same energy for each and every one of them.
And yet you can tell like at certain moments, like when he gives the answer for the egg monsters question, like you can tell that he gets like that smirk on his face is like he finds it so hilarious. So this was also tying in with the same night. Of course, it was during the premiere of The Haunted Mask 2. Every commercial break, they would have R.L. Stine give a Goosebumps trivia question, and most of them were pretty damn easy or just didn't make any sense, but they were so funny because it was R.L. Stine and his emotionless voice.
So he said at that point they were up to 53 books. Oh, God, that means that this was when Chicken must have just come out. Those poor kids.
It was hot off the presses.
The best book ever.
Yeah, more like lukewarm off the presses, if we're being generous.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I don't know. Actually, let me look at really quick. Was it? Because I can never tell like if he's talking specifically about the original 62. Or if he's counting, like, Give Yourself Goosebumps and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah, so Chicken was March 1997, so that would have been 5 months after this premiered.
Sorry.
I mean, unless he wrote it beforehand and he just he just spoiled it. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be funny if he wrote every single Goosebumps book at the same time and they're all just like, we're just finally getting up to them now?
So he wrote like every single one back in like 1992 and they're just slowly trickling out.
He predicted Minecraft. That's the really scary thing.
Wait a minute. Jack Black was in Goosebumps, but Jack Black's also Steve. Goosebumps Minecraft confirmed.
Crisscross.
Oh my God. Crisscross. Oh, man.
Through the looking glass here, people.
I really... that is a dope... I was about to say that's a dope-ass Simpsons reference. But I wish they did this more. This was the only time that they had, like, R.L. Stine do, like, commercial break stuff. And it really sucks, because besides, like, the intros to the specials, I would have loved to see him appear more on these specials.
There was that thing he did for Kids WB for like the Nightmare Room, that haunted sleepover thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I tried to see if anybody had that recorded, and that was a big mistake. The one person I ended up asking who might have had it kept asking me to make donations, and I just had to end up blocking them on Instagram. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeesh. I would have been uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Adam. Adam, wake up. You have nothing to fear.
So that was a commercial for YTV's Dark Night 3. So for those of you who are not in Canada, there is a TV channel for kids programming called YTV. It's different than what we have here in the United States. Basically, YTV is like the programming channel for kids television. And basically, as far as I'm concerned, everything aired there. So there's no multiple channels or anything like that. Everything just aired on the same channel. And these Dark Knight things are basically what they did for Halloween. And Dark Knight 3 was the first time that Goosebumps aired as part of their Halloween block. So as you could see, there was Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Freaky Stories all in one night, which is like, I don't know. I think that sounds like a good time to me. Do you guys think that?
Oh, true story. It happened to a friend of mine.
They watched all three in one night?
Well, I was doing a Freaky Stories reference because like they don't open up every segment
God,
with
I'm
like
stupid.
this is a true story. It happened to a friend. Well, actually, it happened to a neighbor of mine.
Yeah, I
Would it
totally
never be
forgot.
said that Patty Pringle isn't a good neighbor?
Yeah, Freaky Stories. If you guys at home haven't watched Freaky Stories, look up. I'm sure there's some episodes on YouTube or something like that, but it's a pretty fun show.
They're all on YouTube.
Oh man, yeah, definitely enjoy yourselves because that's a fun show. It really is.
There's one that they had Allison Count do the narrating for, and with the character designs and knowing that she was the voice of Lydia on Beetlejuice, you would swear that this is the sort of thing that would have happened on an episode of Beetlejuice.
Definitely.
If you don't believe in ghosts, if you don't mind dummies, if you think nothing scares you, then think again really hard. If you liked last year's Goosebumps, then this year you'll freak. Goosebumps, tomorrow night at 8. It's really over. On Cartoon Network.
So that was the commercial for the second year that Cartoon Network showed off Goosebumps on their Halloween block. And as I always say, that was my era of Goosebumps on TV, was Cartoon Network. So I remember those commercials like the back of my hand. I love the Grindhouse look. I love the Grindhouse look. It always made the show look scarier than really it actually was when I eventually did watch it.
I'm guessing that the episode was the scariest. It's going to be Strained Peas.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that definitely lived up to the name.
Definitely think that's the scariest episode they're going to play.
Yeah.
I never saw the Cartoon Network era, though, just because, one, I didn't have cable. But, and so when Goosebumps kind of went off of, like, Fox Television, I just thought it was gonesies.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I really went over to anybody's house to watch anything that wasn't regular television and was on cable was when it was Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd watch Dragon Ball with my friends and stuff. But yeah, I didn't know they did any of this. So like, it's really cool to see this stuff like all these years later, though. Because I mean, I really like the presentation they gave in those commercials. I mean, I feel like it's a bygone era at this point, because now you watch like all these commercials and there's no more Saturday morning cartoons, really. No. I mean, all that's gone.
Yeah.
So
it is so,
which is a shame because you see how inventive and how cool a lot of these just commercials are. A lot of that's said even for like Super Bowl commercials. Like a lot of people just watch Super Bowl for the Super Bowl commercials, and they used to be really good. And now I feel personally like you might get one good one, but the rest suck. Most of the time, I'm just waiting to watch like a movie trailer that's supposed to drop. I'm not even excited for the commercials anymore.
Yeah. The thing about the Cartoon Network stuff was that it wasn't the first time that Goosebumps got syndicated, but it was like probably the first like real time that like people were like, oh shit, Goosebumps is coming back to TV. Like I said, I remember just because I was really young at the time and I would watch Cartoon Network a lot, that just seeing these commercials and these promos for all these episodes, they didn't skimp out. They really didn't. Every episode was treated like almost like a mini event. When they would show a two-parter, it was a movie event sort of thing. And actually, funny enough, you were talking about strained peas. There actually was a strained peas promo that I was able to find. It was like a double feature. Actually, let me see if I can...
Tomorrow night's double feature.
Be afraid, Nick. Be very afraid.
A mere baby makes Nick wish he was never born.
Your history, big brother.
In strained peas, then time to play the haunted house game.
I think we're in the game.
We won. Sorry, you lose.
Goosebumps.
Are you gonna play or what?
Double feature on Cartoon Network. Tomorrow night at 8.
So
I do like that they played it at night too. Like it was actually in the evening time to try to make it a little more spooky.
It was closer to around the time Adult Swim would
back
start.
in the day.
Yeah. It was like sometimes it would be like the last thing that aired before Adult Swim, so it was like it was meant for more like older kids. It was kind of a thing where it was like, younger kids might not want to watch this.
They watched Goosebumps to get them ready for the fact they were probably going to be watching post-cancellation Family Guy afterwards, and that was even scarier.
Or King of the Hill. But I also love how many of these like sort of tried to do like a 70s aesthetic. Like that one definitely with like the disco lights and the music. I just love, again, they just went all out. They didn't skimp on anything like that.
Featuring Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu.
Are you afraid of things that go bump bump? You should be.
What was that?
We're unleashing the scares and nightmares that keep you awake.
Are you having bad dreams? Do you believe in monsters?
Catch R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. Check your local listings.
So that was The Hub. That was the next spot after Cartoon Network. That was the next spot where syndicated Goosebumps would air. Not just during Halloween. It was basically all year long. They would air Goosebumps alongside the Haunting Hour, which was where they were airing new episodes. Now I remember that was when I actually like got into Goosebumps. So like when I was reading the books and watching the show, that's where I would watch it. I remember I would like record on my DVR every time a new episode came on.
I used to I've recorded a couple of episodes when it was on Fox Kids or Fox Family, whatever they called that program block. It was like the early 2000s when they had it alongside the Zack Files and Big Wolf on Campus.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the only one I actually have recorded was Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. I remember I had it on tape alongside a couple of other Halloween themed episodes, like do you ever watch Angry Beavers?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the one with the X-ray specs, and then the one where they're camping and Norb is trying to scare Dag with the story about the hook guy, and Norb just ends up freaking himself out while Dag's like keeps asking all these hook related questions, and he's doing the not sharp enough, not sharp enough. Try to him. You'll see. Ugh, I can't believe I threw that tape out a couple of years ago. I really can't believe I was so stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you never know that you never know the significance certain things are going to take later down the line. So,
yeah, well,
we've talked about it before on here. You know, hindsight's 2020. We all did.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Goosebumps kind of like, you know, just disappeared because it did. Like we talk about it a lot on here, where like if you lived through the 90s, it felt like it disappeared overnight, which is crazy. But it kind of did. Like a lot of stuff went to clearance really quick, and a lot of people were selling their stuff at garage sales, and VHSs were moving out for DVDs. And I mean, so myself included, you know, I kept most of my books, but a lot of the other stuff, stupidly, I just was like, got rid of because it was old or whatever. And now I'm kicking myself.
I didn't really start seriously collecting until like the late 90s, early 2000s when the books stopped coming out. And then whichever ones they had, like Barnes & Noble or Walden Books, were like, a lot of them were already going out of print. I remember Walden Books over by Cross County, the one Goosebumps book they had left for like years was a copy of Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. And I just wasn't interested in purchasing it, admittedly. Like a lot of the ones that I wanted to find weren't in stores anymore. I had to order them online, like Return to Ghost Camp or Headless Halloween. So it was always so frustrating. I'd finally gotten into it seriously, and then they were just slowly disappearing until Horrorland happened in 2008.
Mm-hmm. That was like when, it really started picking back up again, and it really went in overdrive. By the time the movie came out, like, people were like, oh shit, Goosebumps, I need to get me some of those. So, like, that's when it really started getting... I mean, the Horrorland era is when I got into it, so, it really was, like, the revival of it all.
Can you scare R.L. Stine? Look inside Lunchables for a chance to win a trip to New York.
Many will enter, few will win.
And help R.L. Stine write a Goosebumps Series 2000 book. You're not chicken, are you?
I'm chicken.
So that's the commercial for the Lunchables Series 2000 Goosebumps giveaway, or sweepstakes. And we talked about it before on the podcast, lastly in our Unsolved Goosteries episode with Austin. But we don't know much about the outcome of that sweepstakes. There's a lot of... we don't know who the winner was. We don't know what exactly came of that help R.L. Stine write a Series 2000 book. And a few other things, too.
I'm at a point where I think I'm just going to ask him if I could get in touch with his wife, because apparently she's the one that's supposed to be in charge of all that merchandise, so I guess she would be the person to ask, but I just don't know how to bring it up.
We'll find the answers eventually. We'll just be like,
hey,
Stine, Stine, we gotta know. We gotta know, Mr. Stine. Who won the Lunchables? Who won the Lunchables, Mr. Stine?
Mr. Stine, play Misty for me.
Pizza Hut is giving everyone Goosebumps with a free Goosebumps Horror Mask and chilling spooky spoon with the $6.95 Kids Works. Watch it change before your very eyes scream. But hurry, they're disappearing fast. Everybody's getting Goosebumps at Pizza Hut because there's a free Horror Mask with the $6.95 Kids Works, plus a hideous Goosebumps hand puppet for $2.95. But it's for a limited time, so hurry.
So hard to find.
I know. Those masks and these hand puppets. I think...
I had the hand puppets, but...
Well, for me, but definitely the masks. The masks are super hard to find.
But But talking to Bjorn, I guess those masks are like super flimsy and easily breakable. So I imagine a majority got thrown out. But if you can find some, I mean, they're just so hard to come by, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think these were I think this was Australia?
Oh.
Yeah, that was Australia only. Puppets and the masks. Bjorn's been looking for those masks for me, but I mean, like, he can't find them either. I mean, I know he has a set, but I don't think he has any extras, which is rare for him. Like, that tells you how hard these are to actually find if he doesn't have, like, another set or two when it's an Australia exclusive, because he loves collecting Goosebumps, but he specifically loves collecting Australian, like, exclusive stuff.
Does he know about this contest they were doing in Australia, Pizza Huts, where kids could write down like a Goosebumps story on a special placemat and then hand it in to kind of win a prize? I'd heard about that a couple of years ago, but like I don't think anyone could have realistically held on to whatever stories they came up with. That would have been such a good topic to recap for Point Horror. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's never brought that up. That's something we can definitely ask him, though. So I'm kind of curious about that myself.
Mm-hmm, definitely. But yeah, I would like these hand puppets. They look pretty cool. I like how the Slappy one, they almost make it look like he's like, no. Like he's
as he should be.
No, not the sun. Like he's a vampire almost.
I'm not really sure why they moved his hands like that, because like the standard puppet, it's just like this, like he's reaching out to get you, which makes way more sense.
Wait, Slappy, are you a vampire? In this book, I am.
Yeah, they probably will. Honestly, I'm surprised Stine hasn't written a book about Slappy being a vampire. They made Slappy a ghost. So...
well, that could be another one, like Vampire Breath crossover with Slappy.
Oh, someone actually wrote a fanfic like that. It's still on fanfiction.net. It has like a dummy that gets booby-trapped. It sprays his gunk in a girl's face, and she slowly starts turning into a dummy. Like, they describe her face getting frozen and all that, and just like not being able to move, and it's like played as like a legitimate emergency. Really creepy.
Yeesh. Ugh. I just saw spraying gunk in her face.
Yeah, it was called Night of the Living Dummy 4 Haunted Nursery, and the really scary part is it was never finished.
Oh, it ends on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing I'll say about this commercial too. I love the laughing cuddles at the end here. Like, yeah.
Beware, you're in for a scare. From the pages of R.L. Stine's best-selling books comes a brand new series of Goosebumps videos. Videos that will creep you out, freak you out, or simply make you laugh your head off.
Oh, man.
Weird sounds are coming from Casey and Margaret's basement.
What's that noise?
Dad's acting a bit strange.
I'm scared, Casey. I saw something last night. Dad cut his arm, and this green stuff was oozing out of it. And he had leaves growing out of his head. I think Dad's a mad scientist.
But what's Dad trying to hide?
Did you go into the basement?
I have to know the truth. I have a feeling the truth is in the basement.
Whatever you do, stay out of the basement. Eddie and Sue are vacationing in merry old England, but not everybody's in a good mood.
Something about this place. Don't worry, I'll hold your hand. Real funny.
Holiday plans may be cut short when the evil executioner has plans of his own for Eddie and Sue.
Are you sure that's not part of the tour?
Are you ready to spend a night in Terror Tower? Picked on at home, picked on at school, Carly Beth is out for a little fun revenge.
I need a really scary mask.
But has this Halloween prank gone too far?
I don't know. But I like it.
Can anything save Carly Beth from the haunted mask?
The mask? It won't come off. Really? It's like
Video and Scholastic Productions.
Cool, huh?
Collect the entire Goosebumps series on video, available now at your local video store.
So that's the commercial that if you
video stores
at the video stores. If you got, I believe this was only in Terror Tower and Stay Out of the Basement, but this is like the first commercial you would see promoting the Goosebumps trilogy of tapes at the time that would soon become 7-ilogy, whatever that is, whatever the technical term for that is. But I always remember because the first VHS tape I got was Stay Out of the Basement. So I just remember this one and then the one after for like the books and whatnot. And then it would go into the episode. So it's pretty nostalgic for me.
Prepare for a scare. Trina, Daniel, and Zane planned for a quiet night of fun and games.
Oh, cool. There's a monster movie marathon starting at 9.
Until some unexpected guests
Where'd he come from? He wasn't there a minute ago, was he?
threw some life into the party.
Are you ready to have some real fun?
Speaking of John Slappy, just
Night of the Living Dummy 3.
Yeah.
Gotcha!
And what is it that you're saying? That the dummies got up on their own?
From the pages of Goosebumps, R.L. Stine's books for kids comes an all-new and exciting video
Or?
to share with those you love.
Abracadabra!
To scare.
I love that trick.
It's fun.
In a twisted sort of way.
It's freaky.
I love the
Please
punch
tell me
kick
you're
sound
joking.
effect they
It's
use there.
only on video.
I guess nobody wants to watch the monster movie marathon.
Night of the Living Dummy 3 on video.
You didn't say please.
So that was the promo for
the
the Living Dummy 3 VHS. Now that one, I only found, so again, as I said, I've found all of these commercials. This promo was difficult to track down, and you don't know where I found it? On the in the opening to the UK VHS for Dunstan Checks In.
Oh.
That's where I found it.
That's a strange place.
I know. What a very...
I don't get that. It would have made more sense, like, because as we know, like some of the like overseas VHS tapes were different than what were released here. So even like if it was a UK or Germany or Australian VHS that had this on there, that would have made more sense than Dunstan.
Yeah, it was just such a weird place, but it's the only place I found it. Surprisingly, so. But we found it, and it's very.
Yeah, I don't
funny.
remember seeing a lot for advertising for Living Dummy 3 VHS. I remember the Bride of the Living Dummy one. But
yeah, the Bride of the Living Dummy. Oh, that was on the Living Dummy 3 tape in the U.S.
Right.
But
I remember that one. I don't recall now that we're talking about it ever seeing really one for Living Dummy 3.
Like I said, this was basically, you can even see like when they do the whole like book to tape, it's the UK tape, not the the US version that has like sort of like the full cover art. But yeah, so this was only found on that UK tape. The only thing we got in the US was just that tease at the end of the one in Welcome to Dead House, where it just says coming soon, Night of the Living Dummy 3. That was all we got. So, but who knows? Maybe there's another one out there and we just yet to find it. Who knows?
You would think so. I mean, Goosebumps was still popular, obviously, and being that it was Slappy, I figured there'd be at least one or two more.
All I can say is I don't remember any Goosebumps promos on the tapes for like Anastasia or the Power Rangers Turbo movie, at least not to my recollection.
No,
so I'm not sure where.
No, it was always
that's also kind of surprising.
Purely Goosebumps. The Goosebumps tapes only advertise Goosebumps and nothing else.
Scariest place on earth.
Stay out of the room across the hall.
Is your house. when you bring home the new Goosebumps on DVD.
Welcome to Horrorland.
From the master of children's horror, R.L. Stine, comes 3 new spine-tingling releases from the Goosebumps series that can make you afraid to turn the lights out. A Night in Terror Tower, One Day at Horrorland, and Monster Blood.
It's dark up there. You go first.
If it's gruesome, gross, and ghastly, it can only be Goosebumps.
Stay off the guillotine ride.
Each terrifying tale is filled with menacing monsters, creepy creatures, and hair-raising horrors.
Is it really dead this time?
You can be the first to frighten your friends with the newest releases from Goosebumps. A Night in Terror Tower, One Day at Horrorland, and Monster Blood. Now available through this special TV offer. Buy 1 DVD for $14.95 or own all 3 for just $39.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling. Must be 18 years or older to call or log on.
Damn it. I'm 34. I can't call.
Yeah, I'm not 18 or older. I'm 23. I love that this was.
Wait, do they mean mentally or physical age?
What about emotionally?
Well, yeah, but if we're talking mentally, I'm 5,
too
so
old.
I can't do that. Yeah, mentally I'm like 4 or something. I love how this commercial was done like one of those TV infomercials. I just find that really funny for some reason. Like, basically it was done the same way you would buy like a ShamWow at the time.
Or lots and lots of jets and planes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Or the, like, those, what was it? Those, like, coloring things. I always remember, like, coloring crayons and markers would always be like, now you can get it through this special TV offer. Call now, and you can get it for this price or some shit. But, I guess you could get all 3 for
Did they say that?
$40.
You can get it for this price or some shit.
Look, you could get all 3 of these DVDs for $40, or buy each one for $15 each.
Back then, that was a good deal, but then again, you got to pay shipping and handling, so you know who knows how much.
That's where they get you.
Scare up a whole new Goosebumps adventure with Goosebumps Horrorland the video game. Play in story mode to reveal a fiendish tale as you discover, unlock, and
story
play
mode
30 games. Switch to arcade
it's gonna be like a
mode to
Telltale
speed
game.
through the ghoulish games, or share the thrills as you compete with friends in 12 chilling challenges.
I lost the instruction.
Plus, collect dozens of monster cards featuring your favorite Goosebumps ghouls and new ones too.
I have one in mind.
Let's just say you might.
Wow, they spoiled the ending.
Horrorland.
Whoa. Looks like you're in.
Horrorland.
No, this video game stinks.
Yeah, when I say that it was like Horrorland's one of my favorite books, this was a disappointment.
It's boring. It's what it is. It's just mini games, and they're not even really that fun. It's like basically farming mini games to get progression, and the story is not exactly that amazing in terms of Horrorland. So
Definitely a step down compared to the computer game.
definitely, if it was closer to the computer game, it would have at least been funny.
Jumping. I don't think so. Running swing here. I don't think so. Then where?
I was Discovery Zone was past my time.
Just for me.
No, I was
Before my time.
It's all here.
And now when you come to DZ, you get a set of Goosebumps collectively creepy
Holy
trading
shit.
cards, absolutely free with each full paid admission.
Going to Discovery Zone right now.
Right?
I'm old.
Oh man, no, Discovery Zone, that was gone by the time I was old enough to, really even be able to go to one.
You poor bastard.
At my time, it was just Chuck E. Cheese. That was like the big place to go for. But you can get the Goosebumps
That's the
trading
one
card.
I still preferred. I think I only went to Discovery Zone like a couple of times, but I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese I always liked because it had the arcade. Like, it was definitely more like arcade than it was like Play Zone.
The animatronic band, I guess you could say. Creepy now, but back then it was awesome.
Yeah.
I never went to Chuck E. Cheese proper. I only ever remember going to this Chuck E. Cheese-esque place that used to be up near the diner where my grandmother worked. They didn't have animatronics or anything, but they had like games and the play pit area and that thing you'd crawl around in with the slides, the play zone, whatever it's called.
Yeah. I mean, I remember those in like McDonald's. Like that's where I remember that sort of.
Some McDonald's still have those. Like I drove past one, I don't know, like last year or something.
Seems like very few now because a lot of the ones
McDonald's
I remember,
play place. I was like, oh shit, I remember those.
Yeah, no, I love the play places. But,
the McDonald's near the comic store where I worked still had one, but then the pandemic happened. And then they remodeled it like all the other McDonald's are getting remodeled, so they got rid of it.
I mean, they sucked the life out of it?
Yeah, and that shade
that
of
is the truth.
Capitalism gray.
It's so depressing.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Every restaurant's been doing
it really is.
McDonald's used to have such color to it. It used to be like the red and the yellow and the orange.
Taco Bell, McDonald's, they all had color. Like Wendy's. I remember Wendy's having like they used to, like a sunroom.
Yeah, and
stuff. And gone.
Yeah, especially like poor Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
God, they got rid of Pizza Hut that used to be near where I worked, and they replaced it with a goddamn Starbucks.
Ugh.
I've never been in, and I have no desire to. Starbucks coffee just sucks.
Yeah.
I like some stuff at Starbucks, but like it's so expensive for what you're getting. It's just like I take my daughter when I have her, and that's really the only time I go. And even then, like she just has gift card money. I barely ever get anything from there. But man, when you think back, like McDonald's having like the video games inside and place and like the seats look like some of their mascots and all this other stuff. I mean, I saw a meme that somebody did recently that said McDonald's just grew up to be like a middle-aged man and a depressed middle-aged man, and it's just like
working like
what it was before,
like an
what
office,
it is now.
like a cubicle office.
Right.
It literally is that.
Reject modernity, embrace tradition. Like if McDonald's is now a middle-aged man, I guess we gotta wait for the midlife crisis for things to get interesting again.
Well, I'll be there for.
I know McDonald's. When are you gonna buy that sports car? Revamp your franchise again, right?
Next comes the trophy wife.
In the words of Mr. Plinkett,
Wendy's.
Girl capitalism. This one's new. Not new, but recent.
I never did get these. The design's not terrible, but
it doesn't.
I don't like the fact that like the Goosebumps slapped inside the shoe. You can't. Which I kind of get because it's a basketball player. Man, if you're gonna make a Goosebumps shoe, make it Goosebump-esque.
I'll make it like
more than just color,
like based off the beasts.
Yeah, or even you could like switch the orange out with purple, and then at least you would have had like green and purple, because that's always what I consider like the Goosebump colors.
What if they did a thing where you could special order a set of Goosebumps shoes and you can choose to have it modified with the same slime scheme from your favorite book?
That honestly would kind of rock.
That would be awesome.
Even on like one on each shoe, like one shoe is one, the other shoe is another. That would honestly be cool. They wouldn't match, but it'd look cool. But that was that was for the Kawhi Leonard New Balance Goosebumps shoes that came out, I believe 2 years ago, just about. I'm not going to check, but they came out pretty recently. I unfortunately was not able to get myself a pair. I think you could only get them like online, but I never found them in stores.
Well, I don't know. I never really checked in to see if you can get them in store. I think you could actually.
If you could, I never saw them. Every store I went to was like, no, we haven't gotten them yet. We haven't gotten those shoes yet. Or they would just outright be like, I don't know what those are. Like, oh, well, good. Thank you very much.
A picture says 1,000 words.
A camera that always predicts a horrible future.
Sometimes
Don't you remember how dangerous that camera is?
that's more than you want to know.
No, I don't, because I wasn't in the last episode. That was Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Saturday morning at 9 when Fox Kids.
Also, here's Hank Hill.
Dang it, Bobby.
Bull. Yeah, I wanted to.
Already the boy brought.
That bumps ain't goosing right. No, it's something like.
Man, talking about picture, man. Future, man. Gonna disappear on Brody Power, man. Talking about like hell, girls camera, man.
There's no time for jokes now, Boomhauer.
Boomhauer, if anyone were reading from a script, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Oh man, so this was I showed this particular episode promo. This was for Say Cheese and Die Again, the shitty fucking episode. But mostly because
is it better than the book?
God.
Our past episode.
It's like trying to choose how you want to die. Like, would you rather die by getting shot in the head, or would you rather die by getting run over by a truck?
Well, I guess it all depends on what kind of gun and what kind of truck.
I wanted to show this because of this was actually one of the first like full episode promos I found when I started doing my search, and also because it's just funny that this was airing and during a King of the Hill on Fox Kids marathon. It wasn't King of the Hill. It was like Hank Hill was hosting Fox Kids. So like in between, the one that surfaced was like him talking to Silver Surfer. Oh. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll tell you what, Mr. Surfer, I could sell you some propane and propane. It's the funniest thing ever. Oh man,
Mr. Shopkeeper, I see you sell masks. Do you sell propane and propane accessories?
Propane accessories. No.
Well, let me tell you all about it.
Now, as two-time Spanish substitute teacher of the year, it is in my opinion that Monster Blood 2 is the greatest Goosebumps book of all time.
No! Bull! Mother of God, it's all toilet sounds.
I'm gonna get your Goosebumps.
I didn't think we were gonna do all these King of the Hill impressions when we started this, but I'm here for it.
Do you believe in werewolves?
He's the real reason people keep disappearing.
After this Friday, you will.
Look out!
From best-selling author R.L. Stine.
He's a werewolf.
Comes a brand new primetime special, Goosebumps of the Werewolf of Fever Swamp, Friday at 8, 7 Central.
I love the Fox.
Brendan Fletcher, we still need you on this podcast.
Yeah,
you're like
Brendan,
one of my tops. I still want to get. Come on,
Brendan. We need you, man. We want to talk some Fever Swamp. I love how Fox promoted the special like primetime specials because they gave it like the same serious like vibe as any other Fox show. There's another promo that had like Goosebumps and X-Files. And I don't know, I just found it funny.
I mean, they did really well with I think like a lot of their commercials, even the stuff that wasn't related to the TV show. Like, I remember when we did watch like compilation of Goosebumps commercials in a different episode, and the kind of tone that all those took, they still kept in the same vein of what we just saw there with Fever Swamp. I mean, they just weren't about an episode; they were about either upcoming TV show or Lunchables or whatever, but they kept the same creepy tone. It never changed like super goofy, except for the Pizza Head show.
Yep.
Pizza Head show.
Yeah.
It was goofy and I loved it.
It
still kind of had a creepy tone, but love Pizza Head show.
Love a
I
little
keep
bit.
getting the Pizza Head show confused with that Stickly that they had on Nickelodeon. like the popsicle
yeah,
stick
yeah.
with the
The
eyes on it, because it's like the same vibe.
Oh,
like a popsicle stick with
yeah.
eyes.
Dude, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, me too.
Wasn't like a new show, Stick Stickly?
Gobble up Goosebumps. Your favorite spooky stories.
Just don't open the door. It's out there.
Hair-raising.
What was that?
Terrorizing. All-consuming, slimy, sticky fun.
I'm scared.
The blob that ate everyone. Go eat worms.
Must have been something it ate.
Look for these spine-tingling tales on DVD.
It's coming.
That was another DVD commercial, and that one always caught me off guard because why does the narrator sound so happy? Hey, it's Goosebumps! Hey, it's so fun.
Was it Krusty?
That kid.
I feel like you're doing like a soft version of Krusty here.
Hey kids, it's time for Goosebumps.
I just received this breaking bulletin. The Falklands have been invaded. I repeat,
The Falklands
have been invaded.
I just threw on a rerun. No one will even know the difference. The Falkland Islands have been invaded. God, I love Krusty.
Do you like bounce in the night? Ready to have some real fun? To scream with delight? Goosebumps is a happening spook fest.
Then on Erie, Indiana, it doesn't get stranger than this.
You don't know what it's like being in seventh grade for 30 years.
Take a walk on the weird side.
Watch Goosebumps and Erie, Indiana for an hour of way out adventures every Saturday morning at 10.
I always thought it was weird that they moved Goosebumps, Erie, Indiana to morning on Saturday. You know what I mean? Like evening time always fit well with what they were showing.
They were probably trying to.
Saturday was
Kids
prime back in the day, though, so that was totally cool.
But wasn't Fox Kids
But it's
like
just one of those things that's like?
Yeah, but like, wasn't Fox Kids basically a morning block anyway? Like even on Saturdays.
Mostly, yeah. But I mean, you had things like, Batman the Animated Series, Spider-Man the Animated Series, X-Men. You had a lot of stuff going on Saturday mornings, which fit just fine for what they were doing. But like I said, Goosebumps being the type of show it is, and Erie, Indiana being the type of show it is, evenings always set more for those. Better tones, I guess, for episodes. But yeah, I mean, Saturday was prime time for kids, though. Or at least back then. Obviously not now.
Yeah.
I'm just a second realizing that Fox Kids probably came first and then Kids WB came later. That's why Batman the Animated Series was on Fox Kids first. I am such an idiot.
That Batman, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, Power Rangers, like those all basically ended up... Oh no, Power Rangers stayed on Fox Kids.
No, Power Rangers was straight Fox.
But like anything that was WB was... picked up by Kids WB, but they did start on Fox Kids when it started.
If you're not afraid of the woods,
another Cartoon Network.
If you don't believe in werewolves, werewolf. If the darkness doesn't make you scream, then you won't believe your eyes when you see Werewolf Skin. Goosebumps. Tomorrow night at 8 on Cartoon Network.
So that was another one of the standalone promos for Goosebumps on Cartoon Network. That was Werewolf Skin. I love the editing on some of these because you have the werewolves. Yeah, werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves.
Oh yeah,
they like my blood.
Yeah, kind of funny looking, eh?
Bjorn's favorite character from that episode?
Yeah, probably in all of Goosebumps.
It could be.
Yeah, could very well be. But another thing I like is they actually tried to make like jump scares in the commercials. Like they tried to like make it seem like something you would see in a movie trailer. Again, just they put a lot of effort. They don't put effort anymore.
I just figured
it doesn't seem like it.
They're gonna just tune in regardless, so they don't care.
Yeah,
right.
It's not
I mean,
the
that's
same.
actually not probably far from the truth. I mean, a lot of even movie actors have, said, and I believe it was Michael B. Jordan about that Fantastic Four film he was in, pretty much said that, like, oh, it doesn't matter. People come see it because it's a superhero movie. Well, he was wrong because that movie blew ass and it did not make a lot of money.
I remember hearing.
I didn't even see it. The reviews are just so bad.
I wouldn't have seen it anyway because I'm really not into live action superhero movies. But I remember hearing that the actors who played the Fantastic Four in that one, they went to a convention like that year and just walked around, and absolutely no one like recognized them or reached out to talk to them. I just thought that was like really sad.
Yeah, basically.
I've been to conventions where like older TV stars like Dean Cain and a few others are just sitting there on their phone. Nobody's in line. Like, I felt bad. I mean, I wasn't there for them either. So, I mean, it's like,
yeah, you always got to be careful.
Wrong. I like Dean Cain and some stuff, but it's like, it's just like, I don't know. It's really weird when that happens, though. It's kind of awkward more than anything, I think.
Hello, children. Remember me? Your old friend, Slappy. I've gone to great lengths to warn you. A Scholastic Book Fair is coming to your school. Do you know what that means? Do you? Books and reading. Terrifying. Well, it's enough to give you goosebumps. Reading can take you places you can't even imagine, where anything can happen. And do you really want that? Don't say I didn't warn you.
Never did read those signs on the window.
Dare.
Look for Goosebumps at your Scholastic Book Fair.
Look for Goosebumps.
Makes me wonder why they never got Avery to do that.
Yeah, I don't know who this is, but it just doesn't sound right.
That actively made me want to not read and to fight against the literary arts for a very long time.
Slappy wouldn't say any of that. That's an imposter, Slappy.
What was that? Let me out! Let me out! What's going on?
What's the matter?
I heard some bumping in the hallway. Is that you?
Everything's fine.
I saw someone.
Get away. What's going on?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Is anyone there?
Afraid.
I must admit, I can't explain.
You okay?
Baby, I'm howling for you.
Now this is scary.
This nightmare I have sometimes.
Don't open the closet!
You can't keep us here forever.
If a monster eats you on my watch, Mom and Dad would totally kill me.
This isn't funny, Daddy.
Daddy's not here.
That episode spoiled.
Well, yeah, it's funny how easily they spoil the endings to some of these episodes. But that was Haunted Hub's Upfront in 2013. Basically, I don't know if they aired on TV, but it was basically just like, we got Goosebumps and we got Haunting Hour, and then at the time, Spooksville was kind of in like early production. Did a similar one in 2014 when Spooksville actually, was airing, so they could add that in there. But so you got to see. It's a pretty decent way to show off both shows, I feel. I thought it was pretty good.
Hey, be here next Saturday all morning long when these three grumpy Goosebumps gals battle it out on the Goosebumps Crew Connection here on Fox Kids. They'll compete for the baddest bachelor in town, Slappy. Hey there, ho there, the morning wouldn't be complete without all new heart-stopping episodes. It all happens on the Goosebumps Crew Connection next Saturday morning, Valentine's Day, on Fox Kids. Take a ride. Almost did take a ride. What?
Oh, that's fun. So that was Goosebumps Creep Connections. It was a Fox Kids Valentine's Day event in 1998, and that's actually when they aired Bride of the Living Dummy. So, of course, they had to have a whole slappy dating show thing with Mary Ellen in the audience. I've actually uploaded...
She was a contestant, but I don't think she won.
She actually, no, she did win. And
did she win?
The ending of the werewolf
for some reason.
Yeah, the ending basically to the whole like story they were telling in the marathon was that Slappy ended up choosing Mary Ellen, but then she was like, "Hey, Slappy, like, hey, hot stuff," and he's like, no, I don't want you anymore." He's like, I think they said like, "What? I thought I won this contest," and then he's like, "Well, I guess that makes me the loser."
Mary Ellen is a strong, powerful dummy who does not need to rely on a man to give
does not
her
need no
meaning.
don't need no dummy.
Man.
Oh man, I uploaded as much footage from that marathon as I could find. I believe it's on the Goosebumps channel if you guys want to check it out. But it's a really funny one. It's Slappy on a dating show.
The new Goosebumps video, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, where nothing is what it seems.
Come on, man, we gotta go.
Goosebumps, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, new to buy on video if you dare.
So that was a short one, but basically that is the promo.
Here in the States.
Not in the States, no. It's the only Camp Nightmare VHS tape promo that we have.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah. Should have gotten it, man. We should have gotten it.
Still gotta track that one down.
Mm-hmm. I really want
after that Bride of the Living Dummy sealed though first. But if I come across the Welcome to Camp Nightmare VHS, I may just have to snag it up.
We'll have to ask Bjorn.
That Bride is avoiding me.
Goosebumps take 2. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go! And action.
B, Mark.
Look, a yard. We'd never get this in New York.
Mom, you don't have to keep selling me on this place. I'm staying because I love you.
Aw, I love you too.
And I looked into it. Legally, I can't live on my own until I'm 18.
So, you're the new neighbor?
Nice to meet you. I'm Zach, by the way.
I'm Hannah.
Hannah, get away from the window now.
I gotta go.
Good talk. Well, just met our neighbor.
Yeah, they moved to town a few years ago. Very mysterious.
Yeah, about that. I just said that to get you over here. I need your help.
So there are no girls?
Well, there is one girl.
Oh, my man!
What? But she's locked in this house, and her dad's a psychopath.
Does she have a friend? Okay, just so we're clear. Okay, if I sense any danger, I will run the other way. Like, that's gonna work. Whoa, where'd you learn that? New York?
No, YouTube.
Oh. Whoa, check this out. These are all Goosebumps manuscripts.
What's he doing with a bunch of kids' books?
These are kids' books, okay? Kids' books help you fall asleep. These books keep you up all night.
What do you want?
You're R.L. Stine. The pleasure's mine.
All the monsters I've ever created are locked inside these books. But when they open... something very bad will happen.
That's not it.
Look out!
Let's check this out. Oh no!
I don't remember writing about a giant praying mantis!
Right, now I remember.
Get us out of here! That's the abominable snowman of Pasadena! Crawled out of a book. I read what it did to Pasadena. It's no joke, man. Get away from me! Get away from me! Just go. We're right behind you.
Let's see him get through that.
Go run!
What is this place?
Goose!
Don't be scared. CT's a devil.
I'm okay. I'm still okay.
Maybe they're friendly.
Not friendly.
Definitely not
Reboot.
Somebody left their ventriloquist dummy.
Who you calling dummy?
It's talking. The only way to stop them is to suck them back into the book.
This one's a real page turner.
It's Slappy's revenge. Why couldn't you read stories about rainbows and unicorns? Because that doesn't sell 400 million copies.
Whoa. Domestic?
No, worldwide. It's still very impressive. But shut up. Goosebumps. It promises to be creepy, thrilling, funny, epic. Guys! I'm trying to shoot a promo here. Go back to your graves, or I'll throw you back to the books where you came from. You want that?
That picture.
Huh? Don't test me.
So that was the oh, hold on a sec. There we go. That was the basically the Comic-Con 2014 trailer. So that was the first look at that Comic-Con panel where they announced that the movie was coming out. And for a while it was lost, and then I ended up finding it on Internet Archive like just a couple years ago. And it's crazy because you get to see the unfinished CGI and like a few different takes for certain scenes. So it's almost like an interesting relic into early production.
I always wondered what that one screenshot of him surrounded by the ghouls was supposed to be. I thought there was like, I kept imagining a scene where like he's surrounded by the monsters and he's trying to like talk his way out of it, sort of, you know.
Yeah, like some sort of like, let me try to talk to them like I'm their creator sort of thing. But yeah, no, that's where that comes from. I also really like the animation. It seems
like there was supposed to be more scenes with the graveyard ghouls. Yeah,
like you could see there was like they were coming through like the amusement park. Like they were supposed to probably have more prominence, but you know, who knows? Probably like because the CGI was still being worked on, you know. And then also Avery's voice still in the footage for Slappy before they dubbed it over with Jack Black. At least it sounded like he was actually there.
Don't quite. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say. I mean, they sound similar enough. I don't know why they just didn't use Avery for all of that, but you know,
I don't know. I wish I had a concrete answer, but it kind of sucks.
I wish we did too. Avery didn't have one either.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't know.
Kind of reminds me of. Did you guys ever see the Jetsons animated movie?
Isn't that the one that's like the environmental message sort of movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
They had Janet Waldo, Judy's voice actress, like did all the lines for it, and then she didn't learn until the movie came out that they redid everything with Tiffany, the singer who worked on the soundtrack for it, as Judy's voice. I guess to match up the music number sequences, but that was still a really like shitty thing to do to her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't blow off your voice actors, please. They work hard enough as it is.
Friday, Fox presents a Halloween special based on the best-selling children's books. You're not supposed to be here. For just one night, she wanted to be different.
I need a really scary mask.
Oh, Colin.
Like that one.
But once you put this mask on,
rest in peace.
Get it off!
It's forever. This face is your face now. Goosebumps, the Haunted Mask, part of Fox's Halloween Bash, Friday at 8, 7 Central.
So that was the Fox promo for Haunted Mask, and like I said, you know, really selling it. They really knew how to cut together a promo for a TV show.
I was so excited to watch that, and when I did watch it, I was not disappointed, obviously, but yeah, again, the promos really hyped you up for that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Have all the monsters gone? They're hiding, and they can only be found in packs of your favorite snacks, because you can now get your favorite Goosebumps characters free on these action cards. There are 60 Goosebumps action cards to collect. Get them before they get you.
So that was the Samboy chips for the holographic little Goosebumps cards. So the light is glaring off of them, but as you can probably see, they're holographic, so the image moves. And Bjorn gave these to me, so I made sure to send that to him when I found it. But yeah, you can find them in Samboy chips.
Which is awesome. I do have a set. I mean, it wasn't just the book covers either. They did some from the actual episodes that aired in the 90s as well, which is really cool.
I think I have some of those.
It's one of the few actual 90s TV show merch you can get, because there wasn't a lot.
There's
not as much as one would hope there would be.
Yeah, there's like the Monster Blood, the Ant, and then this is the ending to Vampire Breath.
In the third dimension.
Third dimension. I feel like I've seen a cartoon of that.
The animation show by Don Hertzfeldt.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I was like, I didn't remember what it was. In the third dimension.
What is dark becomes light. What is light becomes dark. Some peer into the third dimension and see nothingness. Others believe they've seen the very face of God. Oh, God.
Oh, man. But that's gonna, end off our little commercial look back. There's tons of Goosebumps commercials, and we'll definitely do more of these in the future because, the world of Goosebumps has a ton of promotional material. But figured it'd be
love it all.
Nice to go back and just have a nice little look at some ones that we haven't touched in our previous episode. And if you guys want to see us react to more Goosebumps commercials, talk about them, let us know in the comments below. We're happy to revisit this in the future.
And even if you're not, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we'll do it anyway. We just want the validation.
I love them. I love them. We just like validation. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, my whole thing is that I crave positive attention from everyone around me at all time, or I go completely psycho insane, but no big deal.
Yep. We just require the validation, but we're going to do it anyway. But yeah, that is going to do it for tonight's episode of the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. Jude, thank you once again for joining us and watching some Goosebumps commercials with us. So happy to have you as always.
Of course, yeah. Happy to be here.
Once again, where can our audience find you?
I'm on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Tumblr as just Jude Deluca. And
also, you got a new book that will be coming out probably next year, Scream Cheese.
Yeah.
Where can we, is there any place where you can find out more information?
Yeah, you can, there's more information on that on Madax Media's website under their Totally Freaked banner. That's their line of 90s nostalgia, young adult horror novellas. The first one, Birthday Party Demon by Wendy Dalrymple, is already out, and you can pre-order the next one, Code Skull by Chloe Spencer, which is going to be available next month.
But I'm excited to see what you come up with for the other contest winner titles, and we'll be on the lookout for Scream Cheese. Yeah, I will leave a link to Jude's social medias so you can follow them over there, and also for Madax Media so you can keep up with info on Scream Cheese as well as the other books in their Totally Freak series that will be coming out within the near future, so you can check them out in the links down below. And of course, as always, you can follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps Sausage Fan and Shawan, respectively. If you like today's episode, make sure to leave a like and comment. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on our audio platforms and social medias. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. We'll have another episode for you next week, but until then, this has been the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, and from all of us here, I want to wish you all as always to take care, stay safe, and have a very scary day.